Good morning to all of you. Today we are going to discuss about the judicial ethics or the conduct by a judicial officer. Normally, we give utmost respect to judicial officer. We think him as a demigod. We respect the chair. Whether A, B, C may be there, but we respect them. Why? Because they do justice. That's why before the name of every judge, of course it applies to High Court and Supreme Court, the tagline justice is added. Why? Because we think that justice will be delivered through them. But if they become corrupt, what will happen? Such corrupt persons should not be allowed to flourish in the judicial department. This was what was envisaged by the Honorable Supreme Court of India in the case of an additional district and session judge of Haryana. He was compulsorily retired. Of course, he filed a writ of certiorari against the advisory board, and the Supreme Court did not dismissed the petition regarding the certiorari. His compulsory retirement is confirmed. Now, you can refer this as the case of Rajinder Goyal versus State of Haryana, High Court of Punjab and Haryana, 2021. While disposing the writ petition of certiorari, writ petition civil 696 by 21 on 2/8/2001, the Supreme Court two judges bench held that compulsory retirement for heavy unexplained bank transactions by a judicial officer is allowed. He should be compulsory. There is no second thought, right? So the High Court actually has given the order of compulsory retirement to Rajinder Goyal in Haryana. This gentleman, Rajinder Goyal, he joined the judicial service of Haryana in 2006. The date of joining is he joined on 16 to 1996, and he was elevated to the superior judicial cadre in 2008, right? So while he was working as a judicial officer, lot of allegations were leveled against him. Even the bar councils and bar associations, wherever he worked, they leveled allegations of corruption against him, that he is amassing wealth and he has purchased a lot of land dealings are there, all these things. They have submitted petitions against him. Of course, you may be knowing, whenever a petition is coming against any judicial officer or an advocate, if it is an advocate, if it is a professional misconduct, they can conduct inquiry under section 35 of the Advocates Act. And the Judicial Officers Inquiry Act is also there. As per the Judicial Officers Inquiry Act, they have got it inquired by a vigilance officer. Of course, the vigilance officer could not find any material allegations regarding land transactions, but he has found heavy unexplained bank transactions, basing on which he was placed under suspension in 2012. In 2012, basing on the report of the vigilance of the High Court, he was placed under suspension on 26/4/2012. Of course, his defense also we have to take into consideration. His defense is that his ancestors gave a lot of properties to him and disposed of the same. And the LIC bonds of his ancestors, like a grandfather, they have matured, and therefore a lot of transactions have taken place. But friends, remember, while submitting the ACRs, annual reports, definitely you have to submit about your earnings and also the expenses. Every year you have to account for the same. So, but he did not mention the same in his annual reports. Therefore, it was found as fault with. Anyway, since the land transactions were not found, but lot of multiple transactions of bank transactions were found, they have submitted a report against him. Even though his defense of LIC bonds and old properties, it was not taken into consideration. Ultimately, after he was suspended, then he has once again approached the High Court. High Court has formed a district vigilance committee. Of course, once again another committee was formed to look into the allegations. Of course, the allegations were not proved, held as not proved by the second time because he has accounted for each and everything. But the full bench of the High Court, the full court did not agree with the findings of the so-called disciplinary committee on 14/12/2020 and recommended for his compulsory retirement. So it was reported to the governor because governor is the competent authority. Therefore, governor also, basing on the recommendation of the full court, he has compulsorily retired him on 5/1/2021. Now, this Rajendra Goyal has come before the Supreme Court for writ of certiorari under Article 32 of the Indian Constitution. So you may be knowing what is writ of certiorari. Writ of certiorari comes when the lower court has exceeded his jurisdiction or has not exercised his jurisdiction or has done something fault. Because he has relied, the advocate is relying on two statements. Number one is the vigilance report, first report, which made him suspended. Second report, which has given a clean chit to him. So these two reports, having gone through these two reports, even though they are contrary to each other, as a judicial officer, he should account for the property he owned. He could not explain for the property or he could not explain the bank transactions, which is definitely throwing suspicion on his earnings. Therefore, the Supreme Court also found no intervention with the orders of the High Court, and therefore his compulsory retirement stands good. Of course, Supreme Court has calmed down heavily on him, stating that as a judicial officer, you must be transparent. Your activity should be transparent, but not such illegal transactions. And if no doubt you can do transactions, High Court will do so many transactions. Suppose even the judges also can do transactions in relation to the property. Suppose if he awards something and he has to get something, lot of things will be done through courts, through bank transactions, but they should be transparent. But here these are all multiple transactions which are not explained properly. So therefore, please remember, judicial officers will be taken to task. Of course, I tell you lastly, so corruption is an individual taste. So don't be under the impression that a person who is having lot of property, he will not stoop down to corruption. It is an individual taste. Please remember that. Let him be a police officer, let him be a judicial officer, let him be a revenue officer. If he has got the mind of corruption, definitely he will involve himself. And SCB only is the competent authority to curtail corrupt activities. So the Honorable Supreme Court of India has very clearly stated that such black sheep cannot survive in the judiciary. Good judgment. Please hear it, read it, and enrich your legal knowledge. Thank you very much.